Hedge, Tomb Dwellers, welcome back to Dota 2. You're looking at my profile, and that is an indication that today I've got a game to cast for you. This is a random draft that I played, so it's not a ranked game. Of course, you guys saw my current ranking there. Whoa animations. Tree guy. What are you doing there, bud? I'm really hoping that these animations would start working at some point real soon. That could be busto. Anyway, this is the game I played. It's a random draft. You see the teams have assembled. So let's take a look at them. The Radiant, we've got a Legion Commander running in place in base, a Bane, a Nyx. Look like they're going to assemble into a tri-lane on the bottom. I like that. I think that's a fairly strong tri-lane. Stun and a little bit of disable from the Bane. You know, if they have an aggressive tri-lane, he could even go the enfeeble route. Legion Commander, very survivable.
30 seconds.
Very strong later if you get right clicks on her. Right click damage if you build her as a carry. Templar Assassin going mid, and of course the Treant Protector off lane. This seems like a really weak off lane. He can lend his support to the tri-lane, which is cool, but I guess with invisibility maybe you could stay within range of experience. Across the map we've got the Dire, Ursa, Lich, and a Lifestealer. I could almost assure you that one of these is going to be in the jungle. I'm probably going to say it's Ursa. Ursa's going to be in the jungle. Lich and a Lifestealer in the lane. That's great. Lich can naturally take creeps away from the lane and help it stay up against the tower. Lifestealer can farm under the tower. An Earth Spirit mid. I don't think this is the strongest mid. And a Luna off lane. Very weird off lane. This is a tri-lane that's got a lot of catch potential. Has a lot of damage potential. And Luna being in the lane could be very dangerous for her. She's kind of squishy. She does have a lot of movement speed to begin with. The highest in the game, I think. But she's very squishy. Her mini stun, it's not really a disable, so it can't really save you. Holy crap. I'd be surprised if she even gets any respectable last hits off. It looks like, though, the Legion Commander has not come to lane. The Legion Commander set up to jungle instead, leaving a Nyx and a Bane in this lane. This might be enough to still win the lane pretty heavily. I think it's kind of odd, though, that they chose to... you know, I don't know. So far it looks like Bane is pretty confident in his last hitting. If Bane's confident in his last hits and denies and he gets farm, maybe that's a nice intended change and a way to get some additional farm out of this lane. Assuming that the Legion Commander can survive and jungle efficiently. Ursa, of course, going to work, as he will, the overpower. And then this lane, so interesting, it kind of shapes up to be a 2-on-1 in each safe lane. With a jungle on both sides. I gotta say, I like the jungle myself. This Earth Spirit spamming his shot all over. Doesn't look like the TA really cares. That was decent damage, but the Earth Spirit's taking it a lot harder, especially with those refraction charges. Little bit of a chase here on top. It's the Treant. Looks like he got blasted with a Frost Blast. Nyx tried to follow. Lifestealer tried to capitalize. Couldn't quite take it down. Plenty of damage. Pulling going on now from the Nyx in the jungle. So generally speaking, if they pull and get some of that off too, I would say that the Radiant are maybe getting a little bit more off the map. Of course, it does depend on how well the two are jungling. I think Ursa might be a slightly better jungler than the Legion Commander. I'm not sure though. Not exactly sure how much that moment of courage really counts into things. Farm-wise elsewhere, Luna and the Lifestealer doing about the same on the bottom side of Bane and TA. So the cores of the Radiant also just more last hits. It's really early still. Bane, I've got to say, I'm really impressed. The denies specifically. Looks like Ursa had a thought to go into the lane. He's not going to, just going to heal up and run out. Bane's doing a great job though. 7 and 7 now. TA's the only one out farming her, and the denies are, they're going to hurt Luna. They're going to hurt Luna pretty bad. The bottle is already out for TA. I don't see the same for the Earth Spirit. It's not in Crow. It looks like he's going to bring out the completion of the urn to him. No, wait. No recipe? No recipe yet. He's going straight for an urn, though, very early. He is going to get a clarity, so he can keep being a little bit threatening in the lane. Bane, sure enough, he is going with Enfeeble. It looks like he's not necessarily prioritizing it. He's prioritizing Brain Sap. of everything else. But enfeebled, that's going to make it very difficult for Luna to last hit. We can definitely see that on a one-on-one, well, Luna's got a couple decent last hits in the last few minutes. Bane's still on top of her with denies, and so that's going to make the level kind of nasty. But Bane has shared this lane a little bit, so he's not necessarily above Luna. He's just hurting her potential as a solo. Oh, and Lich takes the first blood. Top, I miss it. Note that I am playing the Lich in this game. This game was played a few days ago. I don't specifically remember the sequence of events, obviously, because I would have not missed first blood if I remembered it was happening right then. I do remember the general outcome, but we'll save that for later. You'll see what that's all about in due time. So other than that kill, I still farming, just steadily ticking over more for the Radiant. Steadily going up higher. Lifestealers catching up to the pack, but they've got 3 up there. Note that, you know, Legion Commanders, sure, it's jungle farm, so not quite the same when you're looking at count alone. In the matchups, it actually looks like Lifestealer has gone into the jungle. This has given even the Lich some time to last hit. In fact, the Lich's last hits look comparable to this team's mid. That's not good, though. It's not. The Earth Spirit's not doing a good job. Matter of fact, now the Earth Spirit's getting chased off by supports from the bottom lane of Radiant. Very close to coming online with that ulti for the Lich. That's very quick. If I can get the levels there, that Lich, holy crap, for a support, top of the team in experience. I guess that's tied with Earth Spirit and Luna. Hasn't been solo, though, I've got to say. It's been solo a little bit, the Lich. The Lifestealers he rotated over the jungle. Gave him a little time of solo XP, but it's this sacrifice mostly. Not only does it kill a creep in your lane, denying the enemy from getting their experience, but it gives, I think it's a portion of experience still, but it gives it to you. So just pull an extra experience out of the lane with this sacrifice. It's doing wonders. Earth Spirit gonna go on TA. This is a bad idea. He does use the ulti. The ulti will tick right through refraction. A lot of damage can come out of here fast from the Earth Spirit, but the same can be said about the Templar Assassin. The Earth Spirit's gonna have to back up. TA doesn't really mind having taken the fight. The Earth Spirit's low now with no regen. TA's still got a bottle. Damage continues to flow for the Treant as well. He's staying back from the lane by quite a bit. Luna, also, similar situation. Very little regen left. Bane and a Nyx. Watching her well. There's the Enfeeble. Lich has no other mana, so I don't expect it to go on. Earth Spirit, now that he's level 6, doing the rotation. Lich, also level 6. We'll try to keep an eye on that lane in case he tries to spam something out there. Treant getting a little ballsy, but here comes the Earth Spirit. Bane, again, no mana. Nothing to do here. Nyx full. Earth Spirit's going to flip to the other side of the Nyx. Nyx is going to waste his spiked Carapace. Oh! Eclipse from Luna. She gets mostly hits on the Nyx, but then his stun is going to slow things down. The grip from Bane. I'm not sure they can finish her off, but maybe. Oh, the Earth Spirit needs to act fast. Oh, he needed to get this silence off. That silence would have been so easy and so money. Meanwhile, Lich takes the Treant out again. I didn't see whether or not there were assists. I didn't think so. No assists. And the Earth Spirit also goes down. 2 for 2. Luna, not taking 1. Those are actually 2 for the Lich. On the Dire side, that's the only thing going right. Up here, Earth Spirit and Luna die. Those are huge kills for the Dire to take. This early stage, sure, having some Lich farm is okay, whatever. But losing mid and one of your carries, I don't know, I guess they've got 2 other carries. The jungle carry and then the half jungle, half lane. Mr. Lifestealer. I will say this, the jungle is a consistent way to get farm. If you can farm a lane and get almost every last hit, then you're going to go faster in farm and experience everything. If you're getting, you know, that kind of stuff in the lane. But the jungle, good consistent way. If you get killed or something, go into the jungle if your hero's capable. It's a good way to just set yourself on a somewhat unstoppable road. There are always ganks, rotations that can come into the jungle. And, of course, it depends on what heroes your enemy has and how good they are with them. As of right now, neither jungle being bothered. Legion Commander also jungling it up very well. By last hits alone, it looks like Lifestealer's combination of lane and jungle is just winning out, especially since some of these numbers are going to count for more. Suppose I could take a peek. It's not too early. Oh boy, as we get somebody going on top here. Lich, there's a spiked carapace. The Lich isn't going to do anything though. Just put frost armor on. It's going to slow him down if they attack him again. Looks like he should be able to get out of this. Life Stealer infested up, I guess just into some creeps to help kill him a little bit faster and heal himself. As I was getting ready to look over though at the net worth chart, which I've had up, Life Stealer is up there pretty high. TA winning out with, you know, great farm from mid, 43 and 7. Best farm on the map as of right now. Coming up on the 10-minute mark. Oh boy, TA with the double damage going bottom. We'll have to watch Luna. We've also got 3 on top, including the Earth Spirit. It looks like the Lich is trying to be the bait here. He's trying to act a little ballsy. Oh, Treant is going to think about it. No, Treant wants to go past this creep wave, and now the creep wave's coming up. He's going to be comfortable. That was a decent stun. It got the Nyx. The Earth Spirit's going to come in from the side. There's our Nova. The slow is on. The ultimate comes off from the Treant, though. Oh, and now comes the chilling frost, the chain frost, I mean. It looks like the bounces will eventually take the Nyx out with a little bit of help from the Earth Spirit. The Treant is going to get away. Meanwhile, on bottom, missed most of it. Saw the TA getting the double damage going in, but missed Luna dying. Can't say I'm surprised there, given Bane's Nightmare. That probably gave him whatever setup they wanted. No, he doesn't have Nightmare, so that wasn't even a factor. I bet TA just came up behind Luna, and there was no escape to be had. Now an invisibility waits for the TA should she rotate back through there, and she will, bottle in hand. Bane still above the Luna, so has done great in this lane. And now we see some switches going on. Luna looks like she might want to go middle or maybe even jungle for a moment. Earth Spirit almost certainly looking for some solo kill potential and a support on bottom. He's probably going to be surprised to see, though, that Bane is fairly well farmed. He's had plenty of solo time. Aw, TA setting up with this invisibility on the Lich. Oh, in comes the duel from Legion Commander. The Lich is stuck. TA blows him up. Now there will be a stun. It looks like Earth Spirit wants to go in, but this isn't wise. He's getting killed so fast. Here comes the Eclipse, but refraction charges tank a lot of it. Not even the Legion Commander goes down. Luna's got to run. This is going to be a 4 for none. I didn't see it, but top lane, it looks like just Nyx and Treant took out the Ursa. I think Luna can get away. She's got just enough movement speed, especially with those phase boots, but oh no. Life Stealer, wrong place, wrong time. There's even a Fiend's Grip used for him. Spell immunity doesn't matter. The damage of Fiend's Grip doesn't go through, but there's plenty of right click. Jesus, it is a 4 for 1. Luckily, Luna gets out. But now we've got deaths on all parts of the Dire team. And a 7-3 score, Radiant. Blowing them out of the water right now. We'll have to see. A lot of farm just came the way of different members of the Radiant team. We'll have to see what their plans are for items. I could see some of it. Obviously, a Shadow Blade on LC as the Lich gets ultied. Double time, both Treant and Legion Commander. Easily wipe him out. Earth Spirit's going to think about going in, but he should really back off. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, Earth Spirit, back off. I doubt you'll get the Legion Commander, even though he's low and has an ulti on him. A stone could keep it going. Okay, okay. Earth Spirit still in the mix, has to be careful, this TA. Life Stealer as well, you gotta be careful with this, okay. The TA is down on refraction. Armor comes up there, you're not gonna touch her. If they're playing well, there's just too much here that the Radiant can put together to come off favorably. TA using a little bit of her meld crit to try to hold it off. Now actually we got 4 together. This might take the TA out. They're just bailing. Nope. Meld, she goes invisible. They know she's there, but apparently there's no AoE. Ursa does not have his Earth Shock. The Lich has to have a target to be able to use the AoE of his Nova. Nightmare will catch Luna, but they're just going to use that to escape. Or are they? Legion Commander getting kind of ballsy. TA still is not ran. She's right there. She could have got away just about any time in that. It looks like the Legion Commander might go out. Do you have it, Earth Spirit? He's got no mana for it. Oh, they can't catch him. The Fiend's Grip goes on to Luna. They might be able to get Bane, but there's the tree armor up. There's a Nightmare. The Nightmare's going to kill Luna. Bane might still be able to get out. No, now the TA is re-engaging in the backside. Earth Spirit, you got to be careful. I know you got a lot of health. You got no mana, though, brother. Okay, he's going to escape. That's good for him. Holy crap. What a chain of initiation. There was a point in time where it looked decent for the Dire, but in the beginning and in the end, as the Earth Spirit, oh, one more hit goes down. In the end, it turns out very beneficial for the Radiant. It looks like Nyx had to use his ultimate to get away. He might not be able to do anything useful with this. Well, that's a double damage, and his Vendetta's just about to come off. The Lich looks aware of it. He's going to back out. Lifestealer in the jungle. Doesn't look like Nyx is going to find him, especially since he's not invisible anymore. He's going to be a little bit more skittish. Again, Lich finding some solo experience. And it looks like Dire want to just resend the lanes roughly how they were before. It's not really going to work, though. Double damage on Nyx. Looking at a regen, there's a couple rotations that are going to come towards mid. Dire are aware. They're going to TP here to try to defend while also pressuring both side lanes where there are no Radiant heroes. That means they really got to be careful in mid, though. TA did end up bottling the regeneration. And it looks like they want to set up a push to wipe out this mid tower. Should be a good plan. Under 600 health already. Should go down quick. Dire, though, again aware. What are they going to do about it? Oh, the Lich wants to go. The ultimate's up. He doesn't have the mana anymore after using the Nova. There goes the Treant ultimate, but Ursa's damage is too fast. Ursa's going to get back and just in time, too, to not get out of position. The rest of the Dire are coming in on the backside. TA, that's the worst target to go after. Refraction and Meld, you're never going to get her. I guess you're not going to get the Nyx either, though. Again, using his ultimate to escape. And there's a Sentry. TA's caught this time.
Spoilers.
Earth Spirit ulti used. It's Ursa that takes the last hit, though. Legion Commander calmly goes back to jungling. Coming back now, we see Lifestealer taking the lead on those last hits. Net worth, though, by virtue of kills, going still to Bane and TA, two members of the Radiant. Interesting also to note that on the Dire side, Lich and Luna about the same farm. Not a good situation. Now, in this case, Lich has a little bit more farm than a Lich normally would. The Luna, though, has a lot less farm than you would at least like her to have. Maybe not than she would. I mean, she was a solo off lane. Oh, man, Ursa gets caught in the pit. A duel quickly kills it for the Legion Commander. No problem. Legion Commander gets out there and solo Ursa if she wanted, but it looks like she's skittish of the Dire. You know, if Radiant came together and wanted to take this Roche, it'd be no problem. Doesn't look like they want to, though. Top tower going down by the Dire. Looks like it was mostly creep, no hero in sight. Just neglected by both teams. One team wins out. Especially funny considering that was the... I guess it was just a dual lane still with the jungle, and even that, it was like a 1.5 lane. Action in the middle again. I was going to say, you'd think that that lane would have got pushed into the Radiant side, but no, it goes Dire instead. TA picks up an invis. If she needs to, she can use that to easily get out. It looks like they're hunting for her. They shouldn't be able to get her. They might rotate instead to the middle where there's a Treant. Looks like they're probably not exactly sure where he is, though. Running as 3, I think this is smart, being down as far as they are, the Dire. They've really got to play defensively and look for mistakes. Lich being a little bit dangerous on the top here, sticking around with half health. Well, there's a Bane and a Nyx. Nyx does not have his Vendetta. Looks like Ursa's going to try Roche again. This time Luna's going to watch over him. It shouldn't take a whole lot of time out of Luna's day. And it's not like she's necessarily going to be farming the most amazing elsewhere. Lifestealer's got the easy lane. And the safe lane for the Radiant is maybe not farmable. Stun off by Nyx. Under tower. Looks like Ursa does pick up the Roche. There's a Chain Frost bouncing around. Bane's really close. Oh, the armor. Bane nightmares himself. There is a nuke from the Lich. Oh, is it enough? Yes, just barely. I think it was actually the creeps that took Bane out, but it credited Lich. Lich gets away with 60 health as an Eclipse wipes out Nyx. The Dire respond and totally turn it on the Radiant. Now, they got to be careful, though. They're still down. There's still a lot of powerful Radiant heroes here. The Tree's going in with the ultimate. He's even going to drop his Leech Seed, but he's going to go down quick afterwards. That Ursa, too much damage. LC and TA do the same to Luna, though. Just explosions happening, one side then the other. Hero's life vanishes. The invisibility will finally be used. TA, Legion, they're actually both in pretty good health to fight this off. There are only 2 Dire heroes here. And they're a little bit split up and both kind of low on mana. Not that Ursa's mana intensive, but the Earth Spirit kind of is. Ursa's got to be careful here. Oh, he's diving on a Legion commander that has a Shadow Blade. You're never going to get it. The second it goes unfavorable for them, they're just going to get out. And it looks like... Oh, can you escape? There's no stun from the Nyx. He tries to spike Carapace instead. I guess expecting the Earth Shock, but not noting that there has been no Earth Shock from Ursa yet this game. Oh, Fiend's Grip comes at the end. Why am I not surprised? Both Dire heroes there get picked. It looks like this time they're going to try to make a trade by taking the mid tower, which is a good plan. They're surely going to lose their top, though, so it's still a one-sided trade overall. And, oh no, they come back to defend. Looks like the middle tower may not even go down. No mana, but the ultimate is up. If Legion Commander gets the mana, Dire really need to just split here. And now a Nightmare. Again, Luna getting picked on by the Bane. Where's the Brain Sap? There it is.
Dire's bottom tower hopes for
Bane eats her up. More Worth going the way of the Dire. I guess I already had that tab up. Lifestealer, I gotta say, doing a great job hanging in there. Doing it almost purely on farm. Given the kills, Lifestealer has 0 and has died once. TA has 5, and Lifestealer's not far off of her farm. Very well played on last hits there. Little bit of an engagement here in mid. Again, I'm not sure it's going to really work out. Dire getting stunned up. There is a Chain Frost. The Earth Spirit does have his ultimate as well. It looks like the Lich really wants to Chain Frost. Oh, gonna spam it anyway. Right off onto TA. Now there's a Legion Commander ultimate duel. Lich. There's no way to get out. Will he survive? Oh, there's a stick charge. 30 health. Legion Commander gets taken down instead. What a turn of events. It looks like the win didn't go to the Lich, so that's lucky for the Legion, but the Lich gets away. Now TA's stunned. That was a nice Boulder Smash, I believe. Yeah, Boulder Smash is the one that sends something flying. Again, gotta be careful though. Though the Dire have taken a couple good kills here. Some good fights in general. Even the heroes that they didn't kill getting the better of them. Still, the advantage is in general on the side of the Radiant, so they gotta be careful. Treant getting a little ballsy. They are going to get the middle tower. They should probably bail. Luna's low enough that a Vendetta alone. Nyx is back at the fountain, but a Vendetta alone, like the hit, would kill her. There she is backing off. Radiant's top tower getting a little bit of automatic pressure. Another kill. It's the Treant this time. He was low health. He was hanging out way longer than he should have been. Nyx does have his armlet now. It looks like the Legion Commander looking for an Earth Spirit duel. If she gets it, it could very well mean the Earth Spirit's life. Oh, just not in time. The Earth Spirit's going to make it to the secret shop and then on out of there. Dire team spreads. Apparently to go back to farming. They took just one tower. They got close to 2 others. They've got 2 that are ready to go. I'm sure the Treant could change that. Over time, he could put his armor out and work those towers back up into good health. There he is. Big furry guy. Conifer. Conifurry. I believe we just saw a Bane getting a Dagon. God, that's nasty. And a Blink. Was that TA? Well, if I could find TA. A Blink I thought coming the way of TA. I am mistaken, though. It is instead for Ursa. Oh, the Dire. Could this be an item timing? Ursa does have Phase, Vlad's, Blink. There's the Blink! Earthshock! Nyx immediately uses his Vendetta to survive. There are 2 heroes there, so Nyx doesn't necessarily want to come out of it. He does have the armor. Oh, he's going to. There's the Vendetta. A terrible stun! Nyx uses his Spike Carapace, though. Ursa slowed for a second. Can they still get the kill? I'm not sure. It looks like the Treant used his invisibility on Nyx, but Nyx was unaware and walked away from trees. Unfortunately, revealing him and allowing him to die. Ursa takes the kill. Treant tried. He's going to stealth himself now. Bane also hiding in the tree line just to make sure they don't spot him on the way out. Nice pick off by Dire. Those kills are still heavily in the favor of the Radiant. Lich taking a little hurt up here. Double damage on Legion. No duel up, though. Lich is going to try to hang around and just keep the pressure off this tower. Catapult. It's going to get plenty of shots off. Now the Dire are here in force, looking for the 2.
Dire's top tower is under attack. It fights
Templar
for
doesn't
its
really
life.
have an escape. She could hide by melding. Oh, there's a sentry. Tell me she's going to do something silly. She's out of range of the sentry now. The Dire are trying hard, I have to assume. Dun, 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 dun. It's Lich. Yep, sentry's out. Keeping some decent ward cover. You can see here, they can see the mid right now. And their jungle. That side of it anyway. Same story goes for the Radiant though. Also good ward coverage. Seems the supports are mostly doing their job. Nyx into Vendetta. There are a couple Dire here. Earth Spirit, dangerous spot. There's the duel. Vendetta's going to be used. Earth Spirit goes down fast. Ursa will blink in, but this is a mistake. He doesn't even end up dropping the Earth Shock. He goes down fast.
Dismissed.
Maybe when he saw only 2 heroes there, it wasn't a mistake. But the second you see more than that, yeesh. It's awful ballsy to run in there. Luna finally getting some farm from the jungle. Something reliable is nice for her. She hasn't had good laning at all throughout the game. This tower should go. Radiant are chased off now. It is in deny range, but there's too many heroes here.
Is no more.
Oh, and the Radiant 2 towers in once. What an infusion of gold.
Has been uprooted.
Interesting to see Lifestealer still hanging in there, but now Legion Commander right there as well. And Bane well over the Ursa. Oh my. Yeah. Of the top 4 farmers, 3 are Radiant, and they are up there. I suppose there's a graph. That seems paltry. 2,000. There's no way. Yeah, there we go. It's starting to spike up more. That's what I thought. It should be 5K. Seems surprisingly low. I would expect the gold advantage to be over 5,000 at this point. Maybe it'll come up a bit more. Experience up towards that 5,000 mark. Well under, probably 4,000. Honestly. Still not quite getting up there. Okay, we'll stop watching it like a hawk. Maybe we'll see the story later. Another engagement opens with a tree ulti. Legion Commander comes out, but there's a Chain Frost bouncing everywhere. Fiend's Grip is onto Lifestealer, but it doesn't much matter until the Dagon comes out as well. Lifestealer does get taken down. I'm pretty sure the Bane's life is sacrificed, though. Oh, no. Earth Spirit pushes him away. Is this going to let him escape? Oh, it was Pound Town, and then we took it instead to Fumble
Radiant's
City.
bottom tower is under attack.
TA looks like she jumped in on the backside, but she's even going to get out. In the end, I guess TA did end up getting Lifestealer and Luna. God. I guess Bane. Yeah, that's right. Bane's Dagon got the Lifestealer. The Radiant do lose a tower. Ursa down there wasn't engaged in the fight, but got a tower instead. I guess that's something. And the Legion Commander is the one that went down on the side of the Radiant. That's definitely a hero that the Dire want to hold down. They want to try to keep him from getting any kind of snowball. Do everything they can to hurt his farm. Her farm. Assuming the player's a him. Oh, Desolator up. Earth Spirit's evaporated. Oh my god. 300 something damage there on the last hit. The pit looks like it's being dewarded. Oh, this sentry is just in a bad spot. If you get it right up in here, it instead can potentially see all 3 of these corners. If you get it in just the right spot, you know, looking at these 3 corners, imagine a point in the middle of them. A lot of times you can deward any of those 3 possible positions. But I guess up here, maybe it doesn't perfectly cover the rush pit, but the Radiant are going to be coming from this side, and it perfectly covers this whole entrance. So I don't know. I really think down here is better. The thinking might have been towards the pit, though. And I guess that thinking isn't wrong, although it led the placement to be inoptimal. Dagon, what is this up to now? 3. Bane, you nasty bugger. Maelstrom on Legion Commander with the Hyperstone. I'm guessing she's going to go straight into a Mjolnir. That's kind of crazy. I guess it's a decent item for farm and the attack speed. You know, I guess it's something that really contributes in your duel when there's nothing else you can do, when you can't cast your spells, when none of that other stuff matters. The attack speed and the damage.
I foresee the
Both great for popping ults. The Dire are getting closed in on here. There are only 3 Dire. TA from the top. The Dire, if they see this, though, they might be able to isolate one of the Radiant, because the Radiant are split up as well. TA looks like she's going to get out. Intercept course from the Earth
Dire's
Spirit.
bottom
He
tower
may not
is
know
under
exactly where
attack.
she is, though.
It may
Now he does,
yet
but
stand.
he's going to have to try to escape. Bane coming up the back. If there's a Nightmare or a Grip here, it's going to mean the Earth Spirit's
Dire's
life.
bottom tower hopes for aid.
The Dire are hanging together, though. Looks like the Radiant are staying a little bit more split up throughout this whole time.
Dire's
That was a
bottom
little
tower is
wonky.
under attack. Dire's
And
bottom
staying
tower
split up
has
allows them to
fallen.
split push and take a tower. Tier 2. That's the first Tier 2 to fall. For a second there, the tower
Dire's
game was
bottom tower
even,
is under
even though the
attack.
kills are
It
still
may yet stand.
in a pretty ridiculous deficit for the Dire. Earth Spirit getting ballsy here. Not really going to catch the Bane the way he wants to, though, so he's going to back off. Oh, Earth Spirit barely getting that roll off. TA's attack will follow. It was a meld attack. It's going to do huge damage. That is easily healed. As we see nearly all of the lanes making their way into Dire territory, I'm really surprised to see the Earth Spirit has managed to end up on the bottom of the Dire team's farm. He has arcane boots and a urn. That is really it. Blade Mail is now up on Ursa. That could help a lot in the Liege Commander duels, assuming that the Ursa gets it off first. Case in point, he gets gripped though. Now out comes a Chain Frost. The duel is instead going to go on to the Lich, but there are too many Dire here. The Legion Commander gets picked off. And we have got huge advantage swinging the way of the Dire. We're going to take a look at the graphs here in just a second. Lifestealer is being as ballsy as possible right now. He does have the armlet with it toggled on. He's got almost 2,000 hit points. There are 2 Radiant here, though, that in just a second are going to need to be careful. The Dire are rotating now. They've got to know that the clock is ticking. They just saw the whole Dire team mid a second ago. Now TA is going to get her wounds opened. She's going to slow down. Looks like it's not going to be enough. TA does get away. Nyx actually took a lot of damage, and Luna and Ursa pick up another Roshan. So the rest of the Radiant will escape, although the Dire all of a sudden showing some ferocity, showing a little bit of life. Looking at this from the 30-minute point, the Radiant still have the farm of the net worth tab. They still have an advantage in gold, although it's only 4,000, and that's not huge. The advantage in experience also shrinking. Still there, though. I think the Radiant really need to make stuff happen now. They've got a really great carrier in the Legion Commander, and then they've got a pretty good damage-based carry in the Templar Assassin, although even with Refraction, later on she can get to where it's not always easy to just run into the fights and do all your damage. The Dire, on the other hand, have a lot of carry potential. Lifestealer, Ursa, Luna especially. Oh, matter of fact, oh god, the duel! The stun! Oh! Wow, that was perfect, actually. The Earth Spirit stunned the Legion Commander just long enough that he didn't get the win for that duel. He still killed Luna, but at least he didn't get the bonus damage, and Ursa picks up the kill on Legion Commander. So again, the heaviest carry of the Radiant getting taken out. Of course, I would say Luna's the heaviest carry on the Dire, but she's not farmed like it. The Lifestealer, right there with her TA. Oh man, we've got a Nightmare coming out from the Bane. It's going to hold Ursa in place. The Bane's going to get chased by the Lifestealer. The TA does go invisible with Meld, but the Ursa picks it up with his Earth Shock. AoE, doesn't care if he sees you or not. There's armor on Bane. He's in a bad spot, though. Ursa's going to get it again with the Earth Shock. Double kill. Coming the way of the Ursa. Networth. He works ever closer. With an Aegis still to burn. All of a sudden, I'm not sure the Dire are in a disadvantage. One fell swoop. This, I have a feeling, may still update. We won't keep it up until it does, but we'll check back in just a second. Treant playing Ward Machine. They've got some wards to get rid of, too. There's an invisibility down here. TA's Trap's going to spot it out. Nyx picks it up. Now he can initiate however he pleases. Could even pop out and go right back into invisibility using Vendetta. Dire are going to put a little bit more pressure on another Tier 1. You know, I said earlier I thought the towers were even. I guess I missed that this tier 1 was still up. It's kind of crazy that at 33 minutes, the Radiant still have a tier 1 up. Oh, Invisible Tree! He's going to use the ultimate. It catches 3. Now the Legion Commander's trying to duel, but she gets pushed out by the Earth Spirit. That delays it long enough that they're now out of the duel, and Legion Commander's getting it turned around on her. Ursa's going to go down, but the Aegis is going to keep him alive. The Lich, ooh, he will take a fall. Oh, and now Luna, Fiend's gripped. It looks like Ursa's going to man up to TA. Doesn't quite take her. The Lifestealer does come in and get the kill, but we're looking at a 4 for 2 unless the Lifestealer can pick up another kill here. Using his now Maelstrom, he's going to try to go toe-to-toe with 3 here. But that's not a good idea. He's even enfeebled up. He's got to try to get out. If he could infest... it's not ideal to infest into allied creeps. He should just... Oof! I was going to say he should just run. I think he was away, and that's why you don't want to infest into allied creeps, because the enemy can kill it whenever they want. If you infest in enemy creep, the enemy can't kill him if he's not low on health. So he could float along until, you know, up here or so. But that wasn't the case, and since the creep died to force him out of the infestation, he didn't even get that much health out of the infestation. So that's a 5 for 2. Oh, I was just saying something about the Dire not being in a terrible spot anymore. And then here, the Radiant force it. They prove that they're still very much in control of this game, and they've still got a little bit more time to work out their game plan. Their game plan needs a Rax, though. This middle game success, early and middle game success, needs to culminate in a Rax for the Radiant. Because again, if we're looking at the carry potential, the Dire have it in spades. The Radiant aren't necessarily light on it, but with the way the farm's laying out, the Dire are really going to be able to contend when it gets down to carry on carry, and the supports are less of a factor. I suppose the supports of Radiant are a little bit more long-standing, this Bane specifically, just that Fiend's Grip goes through BKB. He remains an effective disable throughout all stages of the game, straight into 6th slot. Eclipse going off, Legion Commander getting low. It looks like she might get out. I don't know. The Shadow Blade's on cooldown. Luna will get it. That's amazing. They catch him around the backside near the pit. It looks like Radiant kind of want to push for this tier 2, but they got to be skittish at this point. Because the Dire could do things. Okay, the Earth Spirit's going to go in. Lifesteal is going to infest out of him. They will take the Bane down. TA thought about going in, but she took an Earth Spirit ulti, so her refraction can't go up. She's just now getting it back off cooldown, but a couple more are picked up, so again, the Dire showing a little bit of life. Maybe they can work something out here. With a couple down, Legion Commander and Bane, they're going to come try to force a tier 2. They push this lane right back quick. Luna, even though she's not had great farm in this game, she's got the levels that are going to allow her to flash farm really well. The Glaives. Oh, another Entangle from the tree. The tree, it locks 3 in. Great gauge of his AoE. Luna goes down quick. It looks like TA's going to be lost for it as well, though. Nyx is in the back trying to pick off Lich. It looks like Lich will get away. The tree, similar situation. Oh, just goes invisible quick enough and gets out. Now Nyx is being initiated on by Lifestealer, but he looks like he just can't quite turn it out. Legion Commander thinking about it, but the Legion Commander's farm is not necessarily in a great spot. She doesn't have good survivability. The Shadow Blade lets her escape, but when it comes to just manning up, she doesn't necessarily have as much hit points as some of the carries on Dire, and she doesn't do damage quite as fast as I think either one of them. I think it's dangerous for Legion Commander to try to duel Ursa or Lifestealer. At least at this point in the game. It's possible that with the right bits of farm that will change. The Radiant split up. The Dire look a little condensed here. Ursa taking their Ancients. He's about to be scouted out. Ooh, by Nyx and Vendetta. If there are 2 here, there's the Fiend's Grip. There's the Vendetta. If Nyx waits for the stun till the end of the Fiend's Grip, there it ran out. Where's the stun? Oh! The stun was way late. It turns out Bane, Dagon. Down it goes. The tree, though, getting hit by Lifestealer and Earth Spirit. It looks like Open Wounds was already used. Am I saying that wrong? Is it Open Wounds or is it Rend? It's Open Wounds, right? Yeah, it's Open Wounds. Feast. What am I thinking with Rend? feel like there's a hero that has a Rend. Can't think of who it is right off the top of my head. Another Dagon. Lifestealer's close. Oh, it looks like he toggles off his armlet. But he gets nightmared in the middle of the duel. The duel stops because the Nightmare kept the attacks from happening, and then the Legion Commander takes the Nightmare from the Nyx coming out the other side of it. The Lifestealer. The Nyx. It looks like TA will pick the Lifestealer up. Lich gets out with the TP, that blink, allowing the TA to get to the other side of the Lifestealer and dealer damage. The Earth Spirit, honestly, he's in a real dangerous spot. He will juke away from the Nyx, who now has his own Dagon. Christ, there are 2 Dagons on the Radiant. It looks like they got really cocky with their item builds. I mean, Dagon can be a great item, but it can also be a kind of easy to counter item. The Earth Spirit does fall to work from the Templar Assassin and the Nyx. A stun will land. I think that might be like the second stun I've seen him land this game. He's had a lot of really off stuns. Not trying to beat up on the guy. That stun is a lot harder to hit now. But it is still a line splash. You got a whole line to get him in. Chrysalis. Probably going to be delivered soon for the TA. That's going to make her already crit-tastic crittiness even more crit-tabulous. Fiend's Grip coming out on the Ursa right after the Lich gets blown up. It looks like we're getting a free 2-way here. And the Radiant, under the graves of 4 Dire people, look like they're going to take this Tier 2 tower just fine.
No gale can snuff the flame. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
All towers have fallen for the Dire. Radiant want that Rax. They need it, honestly. It's coming up on the 40-minute mark, and this carry potential, it's still close in the net worth, but it could get out of hand for the Radiant. Tier 3 tower drops. Oh, the melee Rax is taking damage fast. There's not enough Dire up either. They can't fight this. Melee and ranged go down. There's a Dagon from Nyx. He's going to kind of screw himself on mana doing it, though. And it ends up not really being that much of an element. An Eclipse goes off. Nyx dies. There's a duel, but the Legion Commander loses the duel. Lifestealer reigns supreme. A Nightmare is cast on a creep instead of Nyx. He was raged anyway. So he was magic immune when that Nightmare was attempted to be targeted on him. That's probably what made him miss. Bane's going to get an arm around. It looks like Bane and TA will escape as the Dire come back up. Now they've got a little bit of breathing room with this Nyx and Legion Commander death. Legion Commander needs to be real careful. She's in a spot. She's actually 5th on the farm. She is Radiant's heaviest carry, and she is below, you know, such entities as Bane on the farm. Now Bane has had a farming game. I mean, straight from the laning phase to getting this early Dagon off, you know, a good laning phase. He's gotten hero kills with that. He's been farming heroes. And it looks like an Ag Scepter is his next option of choice. That adds mana drain. That's really cool. Ursa doing Roche is going to get spotted out by TA. She just not put this trap up, so he saw the trap there and then saw it go invisible. TA could try to jump in on this, and with her damage, it might be tough for Ursa to survive. Or she could wait until Roche is hit, and then she could try to jump in on the back end. It looks like Treant's going to break the silence. He's going to move in and get his entangle off, but now the Dire are here in force. A Fiend's Grip is ended by the mini stun of a Lucent Beam. Dagon goes off. Luna's close. Ursa, Nightmared. He's kind of low on health, but he's still got... Oh, not enough. He's going to go down. Roche is really close. TA's in the pit trying to take it. Lifesteal is going to open up on Nyx. There's a Chain Frost as well. It's only going to get 2 bounces. Roshan drops. TA picks up the Aegis. There's still a cheese there. It looks like it goes to the Treant. Lifesteal is going to infest into a creep to get out. And it looks like the Lich running with... Oh, 150 health. I think he can get out. Oh, God, it's close. Bane's really fast. Oh, man. The Lich is not quick enough. There's a Dagon. He could have used the Brain Sap even, but it doesn't matter. I suppose the mana cost is cheaper on Dagon. Cooldown's pretty low, given that it's a full Dagon 5. That's sick. Lifestealer, a little bit low on health. He's going to go toe-to-toe in a duel with the Legion Commander this time. Legion Commander has the help she needs. She will take the Lifestealer out, and with 3 down... Again, the Radiant are going to push the mid. Now, I think it's... Oh, the Lich thinks it's over. He says, that's it. We can't take any more. They're going to try to push the mid again. I don't know if they're just trying to straight end it or if they know they can't really get a lot done. There's going to be an open up here. There's an Eclipse involved. The Earth Spirit goes down, but the Aegis has also popped off the TA. And Luna and Lifestealer are still right here. She does blink, but it's not very far. Up comes Refraction, but open wounds will be there. They've got some time. Can they take her out? The tree armor's on her. Oh, Ursa's shown up. There's no way the T's escaping. The TA ripped to shreds. I was going to say they might have had enough room to at least put damage on a tier 1 tower in one of the other lanes. Bottom looks like it's been pushed the whole time. Ursa looking for the Legion Commander, but she's invisible. Her blade is just running out, and she doesn't have a cooldown to go back into it. Kind of in a dangerous spot, considering she's not full health either. Ursa, right on top of Nyx. That or the other way around. Nyx can't do this. Nyx needs to run. Ursa might try to catch him. He is. And there it is. Oh, the Earth Shock not going to be used. Apparently, Ursa wants to get out, which is good. It's possible that there are other members of the Radiant there. We did see the Legion Commander was very close, and there is a duel up. So I like that the Ursa got out. Save for play. Right now, they need safe play over, ballsy play. If they survive, they might be able to turn the tides here still. I think Radiant might have been better off trying to go for a Rax. I was saying something about it a second ago. I don't think they would have got a Rax. I'm not sure they would have even got a tower. But coming up in the mid, there wasn't really anything to accomplish there. And again, it's getting late. They did get the 1 Rax, so all of a sudden, they definitely bought time. That mid's going to stay pushed in. Whoever's sitting there defending mid is not going to be getting great farm. The Radiant can use this to hold on to their advantage and just keep putting the pressure on. We see that the gold is still pretty well in their favor. Experience as well, further than it's ever been. I guess there was a peak nearby that it's come down from. But with those two things, their levels overall, yeah, that TA up at 23. And the Bane, I guess it's not great that he's your second highest level. You'd really like it to be the Legion Commander, but she's died quite a bit. The Legion Commander, 7 and 7. If she could have just shaved off 1 or 2 of those deaths, I feel like her farm would be in a really different situation. There is another duel, and the only place it's ever successful on Luna. The duel works beautifully. Luna's taken out super fast. Of course, there was assistance there. Nyx and Templar Assassin. Earth Spirit goes down with Luna. This split push from the Dire has got to be stalled for the moment. They got to try to get back to base. Again, it looks like the Radiant want to push right up the middle. Okay, they're dispersing. They're not going to try to force the end. And Earth Spirit buys back anyway, so maybe them showing presence right here was a good idea to force a buyback, and then it happens, and now they're backing off. They're just going to try to stick to getting all the lanes in a good position before picking one and going on it. And if they pick one, they shouldn't pick that middle lane. They should still try. I think they've got enough time. They can still get, if they focus on another lane of Rax, they've got a big enough advantage. Everything's still fairly well aligned. They could take out another lane of Rax, and I think that might cement their victory. If they had a second lane of Rax down, it would be incredibly difficult. There would be a lot of inefficient farm going on the Dire side. There is a Lifestealer inside this Ursa. If Nyx gets silly and tries to open up on him, he's going to have a nasty surprise. It looks like he's going to think better of it, though. Tree spots out a haste. He's going to walk right past it. I'm sure he pinged it. Nope. He's going to grab it himself. Nyx looking for the pick-off, but alone, I'm not sure he's farmed enough to have a whole lot of kill potential on most of the Dire team, especially if there's even one other hero around. Ursa wisely spending his time on Ancients. Looks like the Dire team feels comfortable being a little bit separated. Oh, they really got to watch it, though. This Vendetta's about to run out. Nyx would love to get something for his skill. Oh, Legion Commander. Here, but invisible. Let's see. There is a sentry down, but it's in the wrong place. Legion's already backed out to the right. Will she come back? Oh, she is coming back. Oh, here we go. Did Luna see it? I don't think the Legion Commander is aware. I think I heard something else. Yes, another Vendetta has just been used. Nyx is right back in the Vendetta. Here they are. There's a sentry down. Snow invisibility works. There is a duel, but it's right at the same time as an Eclipse. The Legion Commander gets blown up. The winner's actually Ursa. And 3 others go down to a Chain Frost. Oh my god, I couldn't even say it fast enough. That was so ridiculously fast. The entire Radiant team just evaporated. Okay, well, it's not going to show it yet, but there's going to be a huge dip in that gold graph and that experience graph. Oh my god. There's still a little bit of disparage in the kills in the score here, but I feel like the advantage probably damn near just neutralized
It fights for its life.
for the first time since the whole game. There's a hard up on Ursa too. This man is incredibly difficult to kill. With that blade mail, you may kill yourself as you kill him, and if you ignore him, he's going to do ridiculous damage. With 4 down, they're going to push Rax. If Dire could turn a Rax around here, I would definitely call the advantage neutralized. I suppose with the lane of Rax down in the Dire, there's no way it's even until they accomplish a similar thing against the Radiants. With their setup to do, they're even going to take a tier 2 on the bottom. The Lifestealer's getting it. This lane's pushed out awful far. It's probably a bit of a stretch to think they might get the tier 2 on top, but there the tier 3 goes down in middle. The melee Rax, there's a couple coming up from the Radiant. There's only 2 Dire here. I guess they need to be a little bit careful, but they still have some time. The melee goes down, they're going to get out. The Nyx is coming in again inside his Vendetta. There's an Invis Legion Commander here. She wants the duel. She shouldn't start with it, though, because he's too tanky. He's going to live through the duel. Oh, and there's a Chain Frost. There's going to be a decent number of bounces. Somehow, Ursa survives through the duel. He doesn't live all the way, but Legion Commander does die. Unfortunately, Dagon will also take Lich down. So they turn 2 around for that kill. They did get the tier 2 bottom. This is a pretty big push, but it's going to get stalled out and killed before it can really do a whole lot of damage. There will be a couple catapult shots, which is nice. Radiant. Wow. Right back and forth. Oh my god, look at the items. So many items just came out. Holy hell. Everybody just got back to base and spent their gold at once. Abyssal Blade came out on Lifestealer. I think that was an Assault Curious I saw on the Treant. Yeah, sure enough. A Gem came out on Luna. She's sick of the Invis. It looks like they're going to get a free Nyx pick off. He stepped too far forward. The TA knows there's no competition for what the Dire have there. She's just going to back off before she's even seen. And I think one of those items might have been hers as well. She's got a Daedalus now, as well as a Reaver. Christ almighty. She's getting pretty tough. I mean, that's about as farmed as a TA gets. Of course, there's some finishing. There's some item finishing that still needs to happen here. She could turn that Yasha into a Manta. She could still turn that Reaver into a Heart or, say, a Satanic.
Top tower falling shortly.
But she's really getting up there. There are a lot of ranged here. Christ, this tower's taking all kinds of damage. Considering there's not even a hero here pushing it. It's going to take a lot more damage, too, because these catapults... Well, never mind. I'm going to say the catapult's going to take the Bane a while to take out. But with TA there, won't be a problem. Boots of Travel coming up on the Lich. Haven't checked his farm in a while. Of course, Mech, as he's the support, he's got that Ghost Scepter to save him from threats like the Legion Commander and the TA. Unfortunately, the Ghost Scepter cannot be used after a duel, so if you see the TA coming up trying to get a duel off, you can juke towards him as you Ghost Scepter, and they may still cast the duel on you before they realize that you've gone into Ghost Scepter, wasting most of the duel's duration, given that you don't take right-click damage when you're in Ghost Scepter. It looks like Roche is back up. Dire's posturing for it. They want it really bad. The Lifestealer's in Ursa. It looks like they might back off. They're also worried about this push. If it came down middle, it wouldn't take much for the Radiant to start blowing through some tier 4 towers. Oh, and now Radiant are going to step into the pit. TA's got that minus armor. Oh my god, she's getting 1,000 damage criticals. Roche is going down so quick. The Dire are just coming back over here to check. They were just now over here. Oh, and Ursa's going to jump in super ballsy. There's a Lifestealer inside of him, but the duel goes off, and Ursa gets wiped out. Lifestealer also isolated. There's going to be a Chain Frost, but it looks like the tree's the only one it's going to take out. There's a gem on the ground. Luna's trying to man up. She will take the Legion Commander down, which is awesome, but with the Aegis on their side, the Radiant are heavily taking that fight. Lich even goes down. That's a 3-for-1. They did kill the Aegis, so the Aegis was acquired and then lost immediately to the Legion Commander, but still she's up. She can push. The Dire are down. They can't defend. This should be another lane of Rax. If they play it smart, Legion Commander, I think, is literally wasting her time. She could have ran right up here, sat right here, and taken this wave right as it came out. She could be killing this wave off for no cost. They'll probably kill it off for no cost anyway. But both members of the Radiant here should definitely be on bottom lane. This shouldn't be happening. The duel. Oh my god, Legion, what are you doing? One-on-one, you can't solo the Lifestealer. You gotta know this farm is better than your farm. The bash especially is just gonna work so well in your duel. The Lifestealer is gonna come over here with the same health and solo up the Bane and the TA. Looks like he doesn't quite kill the TA, but Luna finishes the job. Luna's in a little bit of danger here, but you know what? If she's got lifesteal, she's got the bounces. This is turning bad. She's going to take both of the Radiant here. If the Radiant were together, this was totally Rax. It looks like the Dagon will go off from Bane. Oh, man. Bane and Nyx escape after killing Luna. Again, there's 2 down on the Radiant, 4 down on the Dire. At least they killed both the heavy hitters on the Radiant side, the LC and the TA. That should have definitely been a Rax, though. They even took out the tower. If Legion Commander wouldn't have jumped over here even, but just rotated instead, not followed Lifestealer up the stairs and just came over here instead, they probably would have just taken another Rax, and the fate would be sealed. As is. Ah, I knew it. Look at that dip. The gold graph shows that there was a period of time where the Dire actually had a gold advantage. The same thing goes for experience, my god. That's so awesome to see. Again, Nyx saves his life with a Vendetta. Oh, there's a gem just sitting on the floor. I guess he didn't have the inventory for it. Oh, and there's a sentry. Is he going to get caught? Oh, God, it's so close. Now he's out of his Vendetta to use the cheese. That's going to let Ursa see him, though, because he left the Vendetta, and now Ursa might be able to catch him. The Earth Shock went down. He's not slowed anymore, though. There's going to be another blink in just a second. There's another Earth Shock. Ursa thinks better than to follow him across the river. There are quite a few up on the side of the Radiant, so again, the safe play, the good play. The gem was picked up. It originally came off Luna. It looks like it's returned to the Dire. I'm guessing, yeah, it's on the Lich right now. It could be an easy gem for the Radiant to get back if it stays on the Lich. Not exactly the most survivable member of the Dire team. Legion Commander, with the recent Rude Awakenings, is going to get worried about her farm and go to the jungle. Probably what she should have been doing a little bit earlier, or I guess the last, I don't even know how many team fights. It seems like there have been a lot of team fights with the Legion Commander. Opened up with the duel. Didn't wait until somebody was low to ensure that she wins the duel. Didn't hit a target of opportunity where her allies could help her. There have been a few of those. But there have been a lot of team fights where she just spammed the duel the second she got in range of whoever she got in range of. And ended up losing the duel. Ended up losing her life a few times too. Big mistakes coming out from the LC. But with the advantage that the Radiant had, I would say big mistakes have been necessary for the Dire to even stay in this game. And they hold on now by the skin on their teeth. Sang and Yash up for Nyx. I guess he's just laughing all the way to the bank. He's just building stuff. He's like, that's an item, right? It does things. We'll get that item. Because, yeah. There will be an entangle. Goes off on the Earth Spirit. The Earth Spirit gets his ulti off, though. Can he escape? Nope, it looks like the Dagon's going to come out and put him right down. And now, Ursa, you know, never mind. I was going to say Ursa's caught out, but no, it's the Bane. The Radiant are actually splitting up for some reason. I'm not sure why. Okay, now the Legion Commander comes in, but again, he's the only one fighting the Dire. Taking huge damage, the Legion Commander is. The TA's there. Fiend's Grip goes off on the Lifestealer, but meanwhile, Ursa bangs away at the Bane. They both survive. Luna and Lich are kind of taking out TA. This has been a terribly executed fight from the Radiant. I feel like they could have won almost any part of this. Instead, they barely pick up the Lifestealer on the backside and get out. Oh, they do lose the Treant, losing 3 for 2. God, that's so close. Both of them, the Legion Commander and the Nyx, so close. Is Legion Commander going to get spotted here? I don't think so. Ships passing in the night. The view distance was just not wide enough. And the Legion Commander is going to open up on the Lich. The Ghost Scepter, though, is going to ensure that the Lich gets away without too much damage. Blade Mail popped by Ursa. A little bit premature, though. I think he thought his blink was off cooldown, but it wasn't. If he could have Blade Mailed and blinked in, well, then the Legion Commander probably would have ran anyway, and then shortly after used a Shadow Blade. Nyx not leaving. Looking for a kill, apparently. He does have all of his spells up. He's got great mana, but has almost no health. It'd be very risky for him to open up on anybody but, say, the Lich, which he may be thinking about. He will pop a salve, so that's going to put him in fighting condition. Goes right back into his Vendetta, too. Meanwhile, Luna's farm continuing to progress slowly, but it's getting up there. We see the net worth. I've had it up exclusively. There are now 3 Dire up at the top of that, and that is nasty. Those are the 3 Dire that the Radiant have to be really scared of. And I think the Radiant might be in a situation where they have to pick and pull this. I don't know that they can go take a team fight. That might not be possible at this stage. They may have to find 1 Dire out alone, or 1 or 2, and take them as 5. If they go 5 on 5, it's very likely to turn bad. LC's farm is still not that amazing. It's getting up there, though. The right bashes, I suppose, could turn a duel towards her or the opponent if, say, the opponent were the lifestealer and he has his own bashes. If he doesn't get any and the Legion Commander does, maybe she could still win a duel against him. I don't think it would end very quickly, though. You'd have to duel for opportunity. You'd have to wait until they were almost dead and then duel them at the end, just to make sure that the win's going to go your way. I can't believe it. With how many duels I've seen the Legion Commander not win, she's still got 162 bonus damage. That is, it's a little bit absurd. She's doing 470-something damage, 471 damage. I guess it just changed. It just went back, though. Some of the auras, I think mainly the Assault Cuirass. I guess that doesn't affect damage, does it? It's got to be one of the others. Now it's the Dire's turn. They're again sieging this middle lane. They want this ranged Rax to set the Rax even. They're very close to totally neutralizing the advantages the Radiant have had over them the entire game. They very much so want to do that. There's a double stun coming out from the Earth Spirit. Are they going to use it to engage? There is an Eclipse. Lifestealer comes out of the infestation. There's a lot of damage going the way of the Radiant. The tree falls immediately, but there's a lot of health low. Legion Commander, TA, they're all going down. Nyx is too late. He was too far away from the fight. He does stun 4 with his stun, finally landing an amazing stun, but it's too little too late, and now buybacks are coming. Legion Commander and TA, I don't think they're fast enough, though. They're going to fortify. I think the ranged Rax is going down no matter. It does. The Dire are still being ballsy here. Luna's got to be a little bit careful. Oh, but Legion Commander comes out, gets stunned, and goes down. There's no way she can get back in the fight. She doesn't have a buyback. She doesn't have gold for the buyback. She's got 100 seconds before she can come back. Luna does get picked off by the TA on the back end, but now TA's got to run. Ursa and Lifestealer are still up and in the base. A Fiend's Grip will try to buy her time, but it's not enough. Now Bane's got to try to run from the Lifestealer. I don't know that he can do it. They're just feeding. The kill score is actually becoming somewhat even. And holy crap, the advantages. Those graphs haven't updated. I bet it's all Valley for the Radiant now. It's all going straight down into the Dire.
Radiant's Ancient is under attack.
The Ancient's under attack. I don't think they can stop this. They can't get the right people up fast enough. They can't buy back on either one. The damage is too great, and all of a sudden, GG! Dire hold out just long enough, and bam. They pull it back and take it. The net worth ends up looking like they were ahead the whole game. Makes Earth Spirit look very much so like he was a support. Makes it look like it was like Ursa or Luna mid or something. Luna wouldn't be terrible against the TA, especially since the Glaives can bounce back to the TA. Might be good leveling up Glaives early in that. But there you have it. Game from Guru Past. Commentary and all. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.